headed out to the big river island. See how many nests we got going on there. There are usually some geese that are pretty tough in there, so I'm going to bring a rattle just in case. I don't plan to take any eggs, but if there's any abandoned nests, I might take eggs from there. And it's starting to rain and get cold. I'm trying to make it quick. Highway 3 there as it comes into Lethbridge. And there are really deep pools in here, but having crossed this is the Oldman River. Having crossed the Oldman River many times in search of eggs, I've learned where the shallower areas are. I mean, obviously here where there's a little bit of ripples going on, it's shallow. And sometimes even that can fool you. You can come to a deep pool right beside where it's rippling. Like right over here. The wind noise, but the wind is just really picked up. Right over here you can get some fairly deep pockets. Right in this area, because a lot of the water is streaming through here. This just happens right here to be a place that's a shallow crossing. Gull there, I don't know if you can see it. There's a ring-billed gull. There's a couple up here too. When the ring-billed gulls are around, that's a good indication that there's eggs out here, because the gulls are here to eat those eggs. It's part of their diet, if they can get them. It's part of why the geese have to be, the ganders have to be pretty tough. So you gotta protect those eggs from all kind of predators. Coyotes, raccoons, weasels, crows, magpies, ring-billed gulls, and even other geese. Some areas where there's just not very many nesting places, spots, geese will really fight over islands and will destroy each other's nests, even if they have to get a good spot to nest for themselves. So you can probably a good portion of goose nests that are abandoned because some other gooses come in and basically push somebody off their spot, threw their eggs in the water, which they do. And those were early enough now. Now here comes a gander. There's his mate. So she's got a nest there. This couple's got a nest. She's already incubated. You can see their eggs. He's gonna come to get me. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. Yeah, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs. All right. I'm leaving your eggs alone. I'm leaving them alone. Come on. Yeah, so she's got 7 eggs. She's incubating them. They're doing good. So that couple's usually successful. I know that couple, they always nest right there. or right close to there, which is why I started going there first. And so it's very likely they'll succeed. They usually do, and part of it is because her gander is so tough like that. When those ganders are that protective, it's really hard for predators, especially out here on the island, because you're not gonna get big predators like coyotes and shit coming out here. You're just gonna have the little gulls and crows and magpies and stuff, and these ganders can definitely take out those little birds if they're on the spot. Now, not all ganders are that protective though. That one usually is. There's another one down here at the end of the island that's always very protective, and then in between, not so much. So you got one really tough gander at one end of the island, one really tough one at the other end, and that's probably no mistake, because if they were too close together, they'd be beating each other up on a daily basis. They can have some really tough fights, goose gander fights. So I'm just walking through here. Sometimes there'll be nests up in here, and there'll be nests up in here, and it's always good to check this whole island. Anywhere where there's a good area that you could hide a nest in. You can see somebody made their way out here at some point and had a drinking party and lost their raft. Probably last summer. It's already, you can see that the flotsam and stuff has covered up over it. Last floods, which were last summer. Yeah, right in here usually there's a nest. Yeah, there's one. There's a nest over here. So I'm gonna go around the bend here and we'll go look at her nest. And she might not have a gander here to protect her. Yeah, she's got a nest though. There's her gander. There's her gander. He's coming. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs there. And it looks like she's already incubating. Looks like she's incubating. If she wasn't incubating, those eggs would be covered up. So she's just a young mother, just 4 eggs. And we're gonna keep going. One thing I want to look at over here. It's okay, go back to your eggs. One thing I wanted to look at over here was this bike. Adrian was interested in finding out if this bike is in any good condition. If so, she wants to drag it off the island. I see another goose nest out here, I think. Pretty sure. First we'll look at this bike, then we'll look at that goose. Yeah, this bike is in not good condition, so I'm taking that home. Alright, up here, you can see there's a goose nest. I don't know if you can see it. The gander is standing there. It's kind of keeping guard, and she's just getting off her nest already. Big chicken, this one. Big chicken. So we'll go see how many eggs she's got. And the reason I'm not taking any of these eggs from this island is because, now this one is not being incubated. This is not being incubated yet. She's just, in fact, I can touch them. Oh, they are warm. She is incubating. So there's just 3. They're kind of covered up though, which is unusual. So she might have been preparing in advance. When she saw me coming up, she might have already been putting sticks over it to hide her eggs. And again, a young mother, just 3. It's usually the mature goose mothers will have at least 5, as many as 9 eggs. But kind of the average number is between 7. That's what you usually find, is that there's 7 eggs or so in a nest, and of a mature goose. The others, not so many. Now here, I think she's the one I already bothered. This won't bug her again. Look for more nests over this way. There's usually one around in here somewheres by this log. Oh yeah, she's in there. I can see her. We'll go around. The other side is easier to see her. So she's sitting on her nest. Oh, she just got off of it. She just got off of her nest over here. But she does got a nest. There's her gander. And there's the goose. Now you can see from their behavior, look at them. You know, they're kind of running away from me. They're not too protective. Those are the kind that if they were anywhere where coyotes could get to, their nests are gonna get totally taken advantage of. Let's look what they got. They got 5 eggs in this nest. So that's pretty good. This is a mature couple. And because they're on an island surrounded by the river, they might succeed as long as the gulls don't get to them. As long as the gulls don't get to them, they might succeed. But if the gulls get to them, you know, when they're not protective, when they're not too protective and they're willing to jump off their island like that, it's not a good sign for them. And probably what I'm showing you today, probably 70 to 80% of these eggs will fall victim to predators or to other geese pushing their way around out here. Very, very few actually make it all the way to having goslings. Okay, I think I see another goose over here. This couple I think is the really tough couple. So I got to be very careful. You see her in there? I don't know if you see her in there, but she's in there. And she's no chicken. She ain't jumping off her nest. I gotta keep my eyeball out for her gander, because her gander, if it's the couple I'm thinking of, they usually nest out this way. Her gander's a tough mother. He attacks her. Even she'll attack me. Even she'll come right at me, right at my face. But you can see her there. Look how close I'm getting, and she's not coming off of her nest. There she goes. There she goes. Her gander's over there. She's gonna get upset. Let's see what she's got. She got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs incubating. All right, mama. All right, go back to your eggs. Go back to your eggs. 6 eggs incubating. We got somebody else here beside this log. She's jumping up. That was probably her gander there. So this one, there's her gander over there. This one here, she just got 1, 2 eggs. Now touch them. They're warm. She's incubating. All these birds out here are already incubating. It's been about, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's been about 10 days since I was out here last when they didn't have a single egg. Now they got all their eggs set down and everybody's incubating. Nobody's caching eggs. So I haven't even been able to show you what an egg cache looks like. But I'm going out to another site early tomorrow morning before dawn and should find some egg caches there. All right, go back to your eggs. See, she left her. That the really tough couple's not over here. Otherwise, I'd have been in some trouble. Let's see who else we find along this. Always along these little shore hummocks, these little willow hummocks, there's usually eggs. Now, in previous years I had taken eggs off of this island for a beaver ceremony, but now I've got another site where I take the eggs, where those eggs are going to go to waste anyway, because the city comes in and dunks them in oil. Now, these guys are acting strange. They might have something hidden around here. If so, they'll show me. Look at how tough they're being. This is my tough couple. Look how big this gander is too. This gander's all bustled. Yeah, she was gonna come after me. They got eggs right over there in that hummock, I'm sure of it. Yeah. All right. Going around. I'm not messing with you. Yeah, this couple will lay down their lives for their eggs. I'm not even gonna get to see how many eggs they got, because they will tear me up. That goose, even the goose, like I was saying, even the goose comes after me. That couple, there's right there, that big hummock there. That's where they got their eggs hiding, and they're probably not incubating yet. Otherwise, she'd have been on them. They're just protecting them, keeping me away. Let's see, there could be somebody else over here. These last couple of hummocks before the end of the island. I see some down, which usually they pull out the down to line their nest. You can see here, somebody was kind of digging in here on the earth, getting ready to lay down some eggs, but they didn't lay any down. So they might have either chosen a different spot, something happened there. And just continue along in here. Doesn't look like, probably that was the last nest there. That couple that are not gonna let me see what they've got because they're so damn tough. That's the way a goose couple should be, as tough as nails like that. This guy's over here, he's still waiting to beat me up. His wife is back on her nest, that's cool. I'm just gonna walk past, I want no problems. I'm just walking past, I don't want no problems. Yeah, the two tough guys. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what the goose nests are like on the Oldman River here. And I'm looking forward to seeing some goslings. Once they hatch, they'll bring their goslings across and go back to the pond, because they like to feed on the short grass of the golf course, and they like to, you know, they need grass to feed on. They're really built for the tundra. They need grass to feed on, and they like to see a long ways around them. That's why their necks are so long like they are, because they can see the stuff around them. Their bodies, you know, thick. They're like the cows of birds. They even got multiple stomachs, just like cows. And they're just a grazing bird. So obviously there's no grass right here. They're not going to stay on the island. Once the goslings come out, they're going to move over to the pond, and then we'll get to know those families during the summer, and we'll get to watch what unfolds with them and their lives at the pond. Adrian must have been getting cold because she took off from where I left her. See if we can find a not too deep spot here to go through. It can be tough. Like I was saying before, there's those, you can find those pockets that are just deep that you just drop into, poof, over my head just like that. Right along that shoreline of the island, the cut bank there, that's deep. That's really deep. Over here where it widens out a little bit, it's not so bad, but in there it's narrow and you got a lot of water passing through that little narrow spot. That's when you got to watch out for those sharp drops, because that water just digs down, carves out big pools. Up in here, nice and shallow. See my backpack there. I see Adrian. She's walked a little ways off. She's probably getting cold, wanting to move. That's cool. Fisherman pants. It's perfect for wading out in the water. Some sandals. Water's cold. It's only been unfrozen a few weeks. About an hour out from the mountains, Rocky Mountain glacier melt. Alright, my backpack. Got my berry smoothie there. Go see Adrian. This is what I call the North Wood, this forest here. It's really a flood area. You don't get a lot of, other than the poplar cottonwood trees, you don't get a lot of growth on the forest floor, because it gets, almost every year you get big floods, push a lot of silt in there, covers up everything. Sometimes floods get so high up that they get up into the tree branches, and you find bird nests. They're just full of flood silt. Kind of just got totally flooded over. Yeah, see, that's the longest train trestle in the world. That's what makes Lethbridge. That's Lethbridge's claim to fame. Canadian Pacific Rail, longest train bridge. The Oldman River. Yeah, I can see she's cold. She's all like zipped up and stuff, hooded up. What's that? Oh, there's a couple that I didn't check.
Yeah, like a little dugout, and there's reeds around here.
No, I checked her.
Oh, I didn't see her.
I went to the bike and then I checked her. Yeah, there's a bunch of. She's got eggs. She's just got a couple. There's a bunch of. Everybody over there is incubating, except for the one really tough couple that always attacks me over there. They're still caching eggs, but everybody else is incubating. I don't think so, because they're the same. They're over there every year. Yeah, it could be because they're tough as nails. They couldn't. They wouldn't even let me look at their cache. Even the goose, she flew after me. That's an ant.
Ants.
Yeah, these are what do you call them? Western thatching ants, and the flicker, the northern flickers, Mikanaki, so he comes down and digs into the ant nest and eats ants. So these the ants are up and they're awake, and the flicker has been feasting. Alright, I'm gonna shut off now.